Hello guys, hello YouTubers. Here we have the G&D DTW RIS version for review, and I have to say this looks like a CQBR, and yes, this is exactly what it is, but this one is a copy of the system PTW, a professional training weapon. That means the internals are completely different from a Marui clone gun, and it uses different magazines. The gearbox itself is different. It uses a split kind device, a split gearbox instead of the normal version 2, and this makes the whole gun sized similarly or more or less exactly like the real firearm. Let's start with some comparison, and the first thing I'm going to compare is the magazine used by the DTW/PTW series, and as you can see, the magazine itself is bigger than a Marui AEG magazine. As a comparison, here is the DTW stock magazine, and here is the EMAG from Apple PTS. As you can see, yes, it's taller. Okay, let's get into the review. The gun looks like a CQBR, I have already mentioned. It comes with a metal flash hider, which is steel. The outer part is aluminium. The triangle sight is non-magnetic material. It could be aluminium. Yes, the whole gun is very lightweight. It comes with two rail covers, vertical grip, not this vertical grip, a long one with Knight's Key AC logo. The RIS is very well made and has almost zero wobble. As you can see, the lower receiver is nicely detailed like the upper. It is non-magnetic material. The only magnetic material is the bolt catch, and in this case the bolt catch actually works. Once the magazine gets empty, the gun stops operating, and once the new fresh magazine with BBs is inserted into the mag well, you can slam the bolt catch and the gun starts to work again like the real deal. Body pin, front body pin, back body pin is magnetic. There are parts in the back side that are magnetic. Yeah. The stock tube is non-magnetic, but this ring is magnetic, and yes, here we have the crane stock which houses the battery, and according to other reviewers, the stock tube and the crane stock is not a real M4 spec, also it's not a Marui AEG spec, so PTW and real stocks fit, but with a bit of brute force, and they will not wobble at all. The crane stock houses the battery, and in this case I strongly recommend using the 11.1 volt LiPo. I use a butterfly type LiPo. The gun has a very slow rate of fire. I must say it's realistic, but I prefer high rate of fires, so using an 11.1 volt LiPo is a must to have instantaneous trigger response. I said dimensions. Yeah, magazines are wide, taller, yeah, and let's see what's inside. The gun disassembles like the real one. You have to push out the back pin, and yes, for those system owners, I'm not going to show new things, but for normal AEG owners could be interesting. So it's a swiveling type disassembly. Yes. And here we have the actual gearbox with the gears and the electronics there. There are three PCBs in this gun. One is here. It's actually two PCBs, one for the controller, ECU, electronic control unit, one for the two sensors which senses a hole in the sector gear, one more on the side of the gearbox which is responsible for fire mode selections, and one in the stock tube which is the active braking MOSFET, and that is controlled by the electronics there. That's why it's called ECU, the electric control unit. The hop-up unit is in front of the cylinder and can be adjusted by an Allen wrench. Not too much visible at this time, but it is there above the mag valve, and here is the cylinder. The cylinder can be removed very easily and the power can be adjusted very easily. There are at the moment two cylinders available for the DTW. These cylinders are compatible with the Celsius CTV and the system PTW, so they are drop-in replacements for the original parts. And yeah, the difference is from the DTW, from the PTV and the CTV, that the body pins are larger in diameter, so the upper receivers and front sets are not interchangeable with the PTW and the CTW. The outer barrel has a hole inside to accommodate a 8mm inner barrel, so yeah, PTW barrels will not fit because they are 2mm larger in diameter when compared to the DTW or AEG specs. This concludes the hop-up unit is only partly interchangeable with the PTW. The gun shoots around 380 right out of the box. I'm going to assemble and do some shooting. Pretty complicated with one hand, but it's manageable. Okay. Yeah. Holding down the bolt catch. Oops. So the FPS is around 380 with the hop-up set to 0.2s, and the rate of fire is around 700 rounds per minute with an 11.1 watt LiPo, and that LiPo is 1200 mAh in capacity, and if I remember well, it's 20C in discharge. 15C in discharge. So it's not the strongest LiPo in the market, but it fits fine in the crane stock of the DTW. One more important info on DTW crane stock: it has slightly smaller space for the batteries, so normal 9.6 and 4.8 batteries will not fit because the diameter of the battery is larger than the space in the crane stock. Let's see what notes have I here. At this time, and when I first received and unboxed and tried to shoot the gun, my first ideas were that this is a gun which is not for everyone. You may wait at least 3 months to get the third or fourth production batches which has revised internals, because the shimming, the motor height and other internal parts needs to be revised and regreased and reshaped. And in the PTW and its newer clones, there are no easy way to set the motor height. It needs a special tool. You can do that with a normal AEG motor pinion gear tool, but it's pretty complicated and you can damage the motor when doing the adjustment, because it comes with a badly adjusted motor height or pinion height. That's one thing. Yeah, according to other reviewers, the biggest LiPo you can use in this gun and the other variants, because there are at least 4 or 5 other variants from this, is the 20C 2400 mAh 11.1, because the stronger batteries RIS the MOSFET in the stock tube. So do not use batteries larger than 2400 mAh and 20C. Yeah. Also, what more? Yes, I have ordered some magazines for it, and I'm going to show you. These are the Magpul PTS Emacs for the system of PTW, and these magazines fits pretty well, and they feel very nicely made. However, they are not cheap. They are sold at, if I remember well, $24 each, shipped. They have the capacity of 120 BBs, and they fit well in the mag well, and they feed well, and they works well. Once they empty, they stop the gun from operating. Exactly what they used to. And yeah, here's the great opportunity to compare the sizes of the Emacs for PTW and for the Marui clone AEGs. These are closer to the real deal sizes. Yeah, what more can I say? Conclusively, at this time I don't recommend buying this gun or any other variants of this gun for an everyday skirmish gun. They need very thorough check all the parts, including the hop-up, including the gearbox and others. At stock form, they are not able to provide enough backspin to the BBs heavier than .2s, so the hop-up also needs to be modified, and the roller packing needs to be replaced to a thicker one. Yeah, but they have very unique feel because of the operation and the operation noise, and of course the real size body and the real size pistol grip. So they have a unique feel, and they have an affordable price tag. So it's your decision to have or not have one. Thanks for watching. Like, share and comment. Forgot to show you the other side, but nothing too surprising here. Here is the current stock. And I'm going to find my magnet. But if I remember well, the neck catch is magnetic material and the dust cover is magnetic material. All in all, externals are acceptable for a Chinese made gun, and it's on par with any other Chinese made AEGs. Yeah, it comes with a barrel extension. You can change the look to an M4A1 RIS version